You're gonna have to speak up. I can't really understand what you're saying. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Steampunk Minecraft. As you can see, I've been putting in a little bit of work around here. I've gotten all sorts of wired lights around here. And I have them all wired into the power grid. I found out how to mesh immersive engineering and craftsland additions power. And the great part about this is, it gives me a bigger incentive to keep my power plant going. Because when the power goes out, the lights go dark. And I don't have everywhere set up yet, but I want to have everywhere in here set up with these lovely lights. That way, I can be truly terrified whenever my generator dies. But wait, we don't want my generator to die, because this episode we're going to be building a nuclear fuel farm. And we're going to be having it constantly pumping nuclear fuel over to here by train, or to any other sort of factories that I have anywhere else. Because I'm going to have them have their own little reactors too, eventually. So, first things first, before I get into any of that, I'm going to have to clear my inventory, but I want to take out the last of these machines here out of the hangar here. Get everything that's not related to flying or rocketry out of here and down into the basement, into the actual base where they belong. Ooh, also, one more thing. I have removed the Faithless texture pack, so we're gonna have a few blocks that look a little bit weird, not the same as they used to be. However, if I get those limited barrels, which I don't have any in my inventory right now, but I can actually use them because the icons aren't too big. So that is going to be great. I'm trying to do the radio host voice to mask the fact that I currently cannot breathe out my nose right now. It is not working very good. You've been lovely, however, your time has come. Okay, that seems lovely to me. I'm going to need one cog. Where is my scaffolding? Up we go! Uppy, uppy, uppy. Give me uppies. I will put a cog here. And I would like un motor. Un motore. I'm considering using cable from Ad Astra just because I like that sort of blocky pipe wires from older versions before we got all these fancy entity wires. But I am not sure. In order to begin my factory, I'd first need to establish a train line to the location. Before I could even think of a location, we have problems. My track ends at this giant nether portal. There's nothing on the other side. So we need to extend the railway into the nether in order to continue. Okay. Now. Come in, come in. Oh. I extended a platform about 100 blocks or so in with my 3 rail lines stemming off of it. Now that I'm fireproof, the nether is basically harmless to me. Well, besides the pigmen. Go away. They're just annoying. And when they hit me, I'll get infected thanks to the zombie mod, needing a golden apple to cure myself. Get out of here. I ran through at least half a stack of golden apples throughout the entire construction of this little bridge here. There's a particular biome I have in mind for this factory, and it's called the Wasteland. Imagine a desert, but now imagine it more depressing and more useless. The perfect environment to make and store radioactive materials. And we have a couple nearby my base, but due to FPS concerns, I chose one that's a bit further out. As is usual though, it won't come easy. You see, the perfect place for this factory is here, and the nether portal comes out here. However, the track comes out facing this way, meaning we have to wrap around this plateau and loop back in order to cross the river and come in here. Let's see where this leads us. The middle of nowhere. And we're in the right spot, so if we were to tunnel up and go around, we would still end up in the right place. I don't want to though, so... There we go. Whoa, hi. Hello, you. Whoa, what is that? Oh, emus. What is that? What am I staring at? Hello, you? Why do you look weird? Where'd he go? Hi! What? That is a child. You can't tell me that person has a job. That is a child. Hi, how do I don't have a weakness potion. Are you a villager? You don't look like a villager. Oh, I don't have the ability to make that right now. Well, I tried. After dispatching the child, it was time to begin track work. I created my portal and went back to the nether. Hey! I built a wooden bridge out of crimson wood and connected it to my lines. Then I needed to pave the ground, but wait! My track service train was destroyed to make my current engine, and the narrow gauge track layer is still trapped in the aether ever since I sealed it off. I needed a new paver train, so I went back to my base to make one. Let's make it invisible, that'd be funny. After seeing the option for invisible wheels, I got the idea to make sort of a little futuristic hover card type train for my paver. I'm not sure if I'll keep it, but I thought it was funny in the moment. But anyway, now that that's all out of the way, it is finally track time. Okay, we are going to have the two sets of running track that just are for trains to go back and forth down. Every industry is going to have the two sets of tracks that go in front of them. I'm going to move you out of the way. We're going to have the two that go in front, and then we're going to have a third split-off track, and that is where the industry is going to be in front of. So I don't know where this is going to lead to, but we're going to the edge of this. And then we'll do something. I don't know. I don't know. You can't expect me to know everything that's going on over here. Okay, lovely. We have our ground set. We have our tracks ready. And it is time to begin building a factory. I have a design in mind that I've pulled up on a separate screen, and I'm going to shamelessly copy it. But it's okay, because this design is AI art, and as we all know, No one owns it and it's not real. So, hello and welcome to the creative backup world. It may look exactly like the world I was just in. That's because it is. I just copy pasted the file over as soon as I quit. So what we're going to do is we're going to be building a nuclear factory here. So we're going to finish our foundation here, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. Oh yeah. Full building constructed in mere moments, so I will be replacing the entire floor with light gray concrete. Light gray concrete. This would be a lovely place for a front door, and people wouldn't get run over by trains entering. Yeah, that's a door. Okay. But now it can. Whee! We've got a lovely little wall here. You'll love to see it. Okay, it is now the next day, and guess what? I'm tearing all of this down. Nothing personal, but last night my brain wasn't really firing on all 4 cylinders. And, well, there's obviously a very much better way to do this. Get rid of all this. It was never here, you didn't see any of it. That wasn't here, this wasn't here, it's not real, none of it's real. Couple gen me. Lovely, so we'll place you there too. Make sure you're both lined up. Yes, you are. Okay, so this will make 2 of those. The phone is ringing in the background. Everyone ignore that. Okay, so mill comes out of the mill. And guess what? You're getting milled again, son. You're going into this one. And you're gonna get milled again. And now you're sand, see? So when you sand out here, we're gonna fan you off until you clay. Okay, it's working. So now we need to extract the stone out of here and only the clay out of here, and we need to get it into a central basin. How will we do that? I have no clue. And that will go into here. So now we have 16 clay and 16 stone constantly, all the time. And it's going to put thorium into here. So now we have basically the same machine, but in a much smaller footprint. And also it kind of looks better. That's a little close for my liking. So 3 of these. Uh-oh. My game just crashed! Bro! Well, that's nice. I just joined back in, and guess what? All the progress I made is now gone, and I have to do all of it again. Hooray! After recreating my entire factory for, well, the 2nd time, I could begin collecting all the materials needed to bring it into the world with a schematic cannon. Oh, it's 23 pages of stuff I need to get. Okay, let's go. Okay, it has been, I think, 3 days in this point, IRL, but, we have all the stuff, so I'm going to grab, I already had to make 1 trip, because I just have a storage vault over there plugged into the schematic cannon. I already made 1 trip, but I'm going to grab this backpack, and this, just because I don't want to leave it floating. I'm going to grab some gunpowder, which I think I already have, but that's probably not going to be enough, so I might as well grab more. And, I believe we are going to be ready to go, so let us go. What time is it? Is it almost night? I think it's almost night. Maybe I should wait till morning? I'm not sure. You know what? Let's go now. I want to go now. I'm impatient. Let's go. I really need to give myself a loop around somewhere here, but we'll work on it. Hey, and I have all my cars this time. A lot of times when you go through the portal, sometimes you'll be missing your car, because I guess I can't figure out. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, we get to go down our nice little desert trek that we made. I love that I had to make this the entire way around this big mountain because the portal was facing the wrong way coming out. Just love that so much. Whoa! I'm going to build myself a safety box so I do not get fog-manned. But, otherwise... I forgot the bricks! Oh, no! Oh, no! Okay, we are slowly feeding in the last of the stuff, and, hopefully the checklist actually put everything on there last time, because remember, I used a checklist to build that steam power plant, and then when I built it, we were missing a whole bunch of stuff. But, I'm going to wait for all this to go in. I'm gonna build myself a little safety box, just so I don't get fog-manned while we're waiting for it to load, because conveniently it's just now getting foggy, as I mentioned him. And, we'll be ready to go once I feed in this gunpowder. I hope this works, because that's literally all my gunpowder. I don't have... Uh-oh. I literally do not have another piece, so... Prepare to start! We're ready, let's go! Settings. Get missing blocks, protect tile entities, place solid with any. Go! Oh. Go! I can already tell just by looking at it, since the schematic cannon did a little bit of an oopsie and missed quite a bit of blocks. Still has all of them still here in the back. I don't know why. I have to make one upgrade and then we can start making thorium for real. But on the bright side, we can go back in style with our new nuclear train, which we have here. And it is very dark because of the shaders and the lights don't glow on it, but it is fine. Now, one thing that I'm going to want to put in some of my other trains is a reverse control, because I'm going to automate this train. I'm just going to plop a blaze burner here, but I have a reverse control, so I can just back up instead of having to turn the whole thing around. It's very cool. And if we hit anything, we're going to just plow nuclear waste right into it. It'll be great. I hope I remember to put my train on the other track, because last time I just plowed through here, I hit it and I died. Why is it always raining over here? I get it's gloomy, but it doesn't have to be that gloomy. Okay, now let's go on a factory tour now that everything is working. Okay, so we're going to pretend like we've never been here. Okay, door. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're going to pretend this is our first time being here. Hello, welcome to Nuke Tech, where nothing ever goes wrong. Here's our nice little lobby. We have Sharon here, our receptionist. Say hi, Sharon. Oh, you're such a kidder. Anyway, let's get inside. So here we have our main factory floor. We have villagers as our staff, and I dragged them over here completely by choice. They chose to be here. So, this is our Days Without Incident board. It's kind of to build company morale. And as you can see, the number's kind of low, but that is because, not because the factory is only a day old, but because someone died 5 minutes ago. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's get started. First off, ignore that man right there. So, this is our cobble generator number 1, and as you can see, it is full, so it has stopped itself. This creates stone that gets fed into this oven that Carmelo is supposed to be watching, except she is sleeping! Thank you. So, this gets cooked in here, becomes stone. We have a lot of stone. Gets made into this. Again, it gets sucked up by this pipe. Transferred all the way into the basin. And then we have the same sort of dealie over here. This is our power plant, by the way. Say hi. So, this makes stone. Gets crushed into gravel. Wait, this makes cobblestone. Yes. Okay, I'm right. Gets crushed into gravel. Gets crushed into sand. And then gets washed into clay. And it gets gathered in here. Compacted into blocks. And then it gets sucked up into the basin. With 1 thorium, 16 stone, 16 clay, and some water, this 1 thorium becomes 2 thorium, which gets spit out, both of them, into this funnel here, this tunnel here. One gets spit out to the side, gets put back in, so it's infinite. Second one gets crushed, and it goes into one of these 3 hoppers, and you see what happens here is it either becomes iron nuggets, which gets compacted into ingots, which is compacted into plates, becomes experience, which is probably just going to sit there unless we come by and get it, or it becomes radioactive thorium, which is what we want. We want that thorium, because it makes nuclear fuel. So, it gets sucked through here, gets put in here, pressed, plated, pressed, and then it gets into the delivery box. This funnel here splits it off, and it'll go all the way back and refeed our generator. So no matter what, we are always going to be fueled. We don't have to worry about any other fuel here. Oh yeah, in the last section here, we have, wake up. You're going to die like Michael in the crushing wheels if you keep falling asleep on the job. I am not playing with you. Stay awake. Anyway, this here is Jim. This is our testing room. This is Jim. He is in here making sure the radioactive waste is in fact radioactive. Now you see, we don't actually have a Geiger counter, so we just kind of put Jim in here for his whole shift, and we ask him how he feels at the end of the day. So Jim, how do you like it in there? You're gonna have to speak up. I can't really understand what you're saying. I'm just gonna mark what he said down as undecided, and we'll figure the rest of that later. So anyway, this is my nuclear fuel factory. It is now completely functional, and after a couple of minutes I should be getting fuel to my base. That is all I have for this episode. Once again, I have taken far too long, but that is all I got. So I will see you in the next episode where I build more farms. Bye-bye!